A lot of people don't know how directors work in television, where you have different directors on different days. In other words, you had to pitch your lighting concept to whom? The producers?
Well, usually when I start a project, mostly my meetings tend to be with the director. And most of the directors I've been lucky enough to work with come in with ideas about how they think it should look. The director of a pilot, along with the producers, casts all the actors, along with the cinematographer and the production designer and the wardrobe people and everybody else. You try to create the look and the feel of that show. That's the intention of the pilot. I had worked with, Mark Mylod was the director of the pilot of The Affair, and I did the pilot for Once Upon a Time, the ABC show, with him, and I had done an Entourage with him. So we had a background. He trusted me, and I trusted him. He's a great visualist and great director. And so when I came onto The Affair pilot, he and I would discuss how it should look. And we discussed everything, from the lighting to the feel of it. I bring in usually pictures or images to show that I think represent how it should look. And he has ideas, and we talk a lot about lenses. Like, for example, Mark's idea was that there was an intimacy achieved with a wider lens close-up than a telephoto close-up. Now, from that point on, then I become kind of the carrier of the look. And the filter choices, lens choices, lighting, the production assumes that now I'm going to shepherd that, even though many episodes will be directed by different directors. Then other directors come in and they're gonna look at the show and they're gonna try to get a sense just from looking at it, like what is the feel of it. They're gonna be thinking about what lenses are these guys using. Look at what kind of staging are they doing. There's a very practical reason to have more than one director. Number one is that in order to prepare each episode, you need time to do that. And so what's happening, so say for example, Jeffrey Reiner is directing episode 3. Well, while Jeffrey's directing it, John Dahl, who's another one of the great directors we work with, he's prepping episode 4 while Jeffrey's directing episode 3. Now, sometimes what they do, a director will do an extensive prep at the beginning so they can direct 2 or 3 episodes in a row. Also, the other thing is it's exhausting to direct, and in a sense, like a 10-hour series like The Affair, is like directing 5 two-hour features in a row with no break. In fact, and that's why not most, but many television shows have 2 DPs, so you can alternate. And then you can prep, shoot, prep, shoot, prep, shoot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That you can do forever. And it depends on the nature of cities. If you're shooting largely in a studio, then it's a lot easier. If you're shooting like The Affair does on locations, then you end up showing up at a location that you've never even seen, and now it's 7 a.m. and they go, we got to get this scene off, and you're like looking around going like, okay, like where can I put lights? What do I need to do? You have to think of it at that moment, just when you woke up. Okay, if you're shooting on a stage, if there's a new set, you just walk over and look at the set at lunch. It's not a big deal. A compromise you can make, as some shows do, is there's a tech scout where you would take off a day or 2 of shooting, and you'd have someone else shoot for those 2 days while you scout. You go on the tech scout. You're not participating in choosing the location, but you are being able to at least see the locations and discuss with the director what shots they're thinking of in advance. The last episode of The Affair was done in Paris, and I like almost everything we did in there. I loved shooting there. I loved what we did. We did a lot of small, intimate things with very few lights. And then one of my favorite things was a long dialogue scene walking along the Seine River at night. And it was a big setup, and I was able to prepare it the way I wanted to. I went there several times, figured out exactly how I was going to do things, and gave the director freedom to do what he wanted in terms of staging when the actors got there. And I'm very, very happy with how that came out. The Affair is all about love, and it's a tragic love story. So it's lit, hopefully, that way.